Good day children, Sai Ram, and welcome back to the geography lesson number 5, precipitation. Children, in the previous lecture we have learned about the types of precipitation, that is snowfall and hail. Okay, now let's continue with our lesson. Children, here is an experiment which you have to try at home. Okay, I'll just read out the experiment for you and I will explain to you. Okay, let us make rain. Here we are going to make rain. How to make rain? Okay, gather the following materials: a vertical glass container with metal lid, nail, hammer, hot water, ice cubes and handful of salt. Take the container with the metal lid. Remove the lid. Hit the lid on the upper side at a number of points with a nail and the hammer. You have to take care that the lid does not get any holes because of this. Fill 1/3 of the container with steamed water, not boiled. Okay. Now put the lid on the container and close it tightly. Take care that the steam in the container should not go out. On the lid, put some ice cubes, handful of rock salt and little water. Now observe the container. You will experience rain. Now children, when you are doing this experiment, it will take at least 10 to 15 minutes for the rain to occur. So don't lose your patience that it is not at all working out. It will work out. Okay, you can try this experiment mainly for exhibitions and all. Okay, so let's continue. Let's have an explanation about this. The light vapor travels upward. Okay, now whatever vapors, whatever hot water is there in the jar, because of the hot water what happens, the vapors are created in the jar, and this light vapors, they start traveling upward. When they travel upward, and as you all know, we have closed the lid tightly, so the vapor will not be able to escape also from the top. So, and above that we have already kept ice cubes above the lid. Okay, just because of the ice cubes above the lid and the vapors are not going to escape, are not allowed to escape, what happens over here? The condensation of the vapors take place. Okay, and because of the condensation, water droplets are formed on the inner side of the lid. Okay, so the inner side of the lid, water droplets will be formed. Now, due to the continuous punches what we have given on the lid, okay, what happens? These water droplets which are there, they gather together. Okay, and they start falling down. Okay, same thing, same procedure takes place in the atmosphere also. That is the reason we get the rainfall. Okay, so let's see how we get the rainfall. As you all know, we get water mainly from fresh water. Okay, fresh water we get from the rainfall. Now, how do we get rainfall? Let's talk about the rainfall. As you all know, big water bodies are there, like the oceans, the seas, okay, the rivers, whatever water bodies are there. During the daytime, just because of the sun, the evaporation takes place. Okay, and when the evaporation takes place, what happens? The evaporated water goes up into the atmosphere. And as you all know children, when at an height, at an altitude, the temperature goes on decreasing. Okay, so the vapor which has traveled into the atmosphere at an higher altitude, there it goes and it condenses to form clouds. Okay, so what are clouds? Clouds are just an accumulation of this condensed material along with the dust particles. Okay, they cling to each other, they accumulate to each other, and clouds are formed. Now these droplets which are there in the atmosphere, they cannot remain in the atmosphere, they cannot float in the atmosphere, and so they come down in the form of rain. And so children, this is how we get the rainfall. Understood everyone? How we get the rainfall? Everybody has understood? Just because of the reduction in the temperature at an higher altitude, the water vapor is converted into water droplets to form the clouds. Okay, along with the dust particles, the water vapor forms the clouds. Okay, and the droplets become larger and larger in size and cannot float. Okay, and comes down in the form of rainfall. Understood? Now children, rainfall is of three types. Okay, that is convectional rainfall, orographic rainfall and cyclonic rainfall. Let's learn in detail about this type of rainfall. Firstly, we'll talk is about the convectional rainfall. Now this type of rainfall mainly it takes place in the equatorial region. Why in the equatorial region? Here the temperature is high. Okay, in the equatorial region the temperature is high. We have learned about the equatorial region. The temperature is high because of the perpendicular rays of the sun. Okay, what happens in this actually? Just because of the sun or the temperature which is very much high, whatever happens, the vapor goes high up into the atmosphere. Okay, then it condenses to form clouds. Okay, and this clouds gives away the rain. Okay, but you will say, Miss, this is the same thing what you are telling about the rainfall. What is special about the convectional? The special thing about the convectional is it takes place mainly in the afternoon time, that also daily in the afternoon time. Okay, and this rainfall is not just a rainfall, it comes along with thunder and lightning. Okay, in the afternoon time along with thunder and lightning we can get such type of rainfall, that is the convectional rainfall. Such type of rainfall takes place in the Congo basin of Africa and the Amazon basin in South America. Okay, these are the places which are very much near to the equator, so they get this type of rainfall. And this type of rainfall takes place in a limited area only. Okay, limited area of the world only is covered by this type of rainfall. So understood children, what is convectional rainfall? The rainfall which takes place because of the upward flow of hot air, that is called as convectional rainfall. You can see in this picture over here which is there in your textbook also. This red color arrows which are going up, that is the hot air, the upward flow of hot air. Okay. Now let's learn about the next type of rainfall, that is orographic rainfall. Children, you must have heard about orographic rainfall. Since your 5th standard, I think so, you are learning about orographic type of rainfall. What is this orographic rainfall? As you all know, winds that are coming from the lakes or seas, when they are blowing over the lakes or the seas, they become moisture laden. Okay, full of moisture they are. Okay, and just because as they are moving, they are obstructed by high mountain ranges. Big mountain ranges are there, they are coming in their way, they do not allow them to go in front. So what happens, these winds, they move in the upward direction. Because of the obstruction, they start moving in the upward direction. And as they move in the upward direction of the slope of the mountain, what happens over there? Condensation takes place. Okay, condensation takes place and clouds are formed. So because of the cloud formation here, there it starts raining. So only the windward side of the mountain gets rainfall. But if you see, by the time the clouds reach to the next side of the mountain, that is opposite side of the mountain, till that time the clouds are already empty. There is no moisture left in it. So that region will get very less rainfall. So such region is called as the leeward side. Okay, and this leeward side we call it as a rain shadow region. So understood what is a rain shadow region? Yes, where there is lesser rainfall. Okay, so this is only called as orographic rainfall. Winds coming from lakes or seas are moisture laden, which are obstructed by high mountain ranges coming in their way. Because of the obstruction, this type of rainfall occurs. The windward side of the mountain gets more rain, while if you see the leeward side, it will get lesser rainfall, and hence it is called as rain shadow area. Understood, children, what is orographic rainfall? And as you all know, if we talk about the Indian subcontinent, okay, from which winds are we getting the rainfall? Yes, you all know it is the monsoon winds. Monsoon winds give rainfall to the Indian subcontinent. Now these winds, when they are blowing, they are obstructed by our mountains. Okay, and because of which India gets the rainfall from these winds. Okay, so which type of rainfall India is getting? Orographic type of rainfall. Very good. Now children, if you see this picture over here, it is a picture from your textbook itself. This is your water body. Okay, the winds, you can see this arrows over here. These are the winds going. Okay, these winds, they travel upward like this, the slope. Okay, and cloud formation is taking place, and just because of this, what happens? The rain falls over here on the, and this is called as the windward side. What it is called as? Windward side. Now, as the clouds move in front over here, by the time the clouds reach over here, it is already empty. Hardly any moisture is remaining over here. So, this place over here will get very less rainfall. So, this region which is there, that is called as the leeward side of the winds. Okay, and this is called as the rain shadow region. What it is called as? Rain shadow region. So, understood what is the orographic type of rainfall, children? Very good. Yes, I have explained to you about this. The effect of monsoon rainfall is important when we think of the Indian subcontinent. Okay, the monsoon rainfall effect we can see in the Indian subcontinent. The rainfall occurring in India because of this wind is orographic type of rainfall. Which type of rainfall we are getting? Orographic type of rainfall. Children, here is a picture showing you about the cross profile of Maharashtra and its rainfall. That means the rainfall which take place in Maharashtra. Now children, if you see in this picture over here, you can see this water body over here. Okay, just as we have learnt about the orographic here, you can see this water body, that is the Arabian Sea. Okay, just because of the sun, evaporation is taking place. You can see these dots here. These are the evaporation. Then condensation takes place here. Okay, the clouds are going upwards, and here black color cloud you can see. These are the clouds which are going to give rain. So the windward side of the Sahyadri gets heavy rainfall. Okay, that is the Konkan area, and the windward side of the Sahyadris will get more rainfall. Now if you see these clouds, they are becoming lighter and lighter in color. You can see this dark grey color cloud has become light grey. Then it has become white. Then it has become white, and it is going on becoming white and white. This shows that the clouds are becoming empty. The moisture is becoming lesser and lesser in that. So the place over here, that is the Maharashtra plateau, is called as a rain shadow area, because here by the time the clouds reach here, there is no moisture in it. Okay, and there is no rainfall. Okay, so Maharashtra plateau is a rain shadow area. Okay, so everybody has understood this picture very nicely. Okay, let's move on with the lesson then. Now we'll learn about the next type of rainfall, that is the cyclonic rainfall. Now children, you all know what is a cyclone, correct? You all have learned about the cyclone in your previous classes, correct? Let's see. Now as you all know, what is a cyclone? When a certain place is having low pressure, okay, and the surrounding area is having high pressure. You can see this surrounding area, it is having high pressure. Okay, so children, you all know from where to where the wind will blow? Correct. The wind will blow from a high pressure area towards a low pressure area which is in the center. So all the winds from the side, a high pressure areas is going and accumulating over here in the low pressure area. So what happens here? A cyclone takes place. And as you all know, how is a cyclone? The wind starts moving upwards. In a cyclone, the wind starts moving in a circular manner, upwards it goes. Okay, and when it is going upward at an altitude what happens? There it cools down, and because of the cooling, condensation takes place. Okay, and this, because of the condensation, clouds are formed and it starts raining. So now wherever this cyclone is moving, now as you all know, the cyclone is not going to stay in one place. Okay, now wherever the cyclone will go, there the rainfall will take place. Such type of rainfall is called as cyclonic rainfall. Understood, children, what is cyclonic rainfall? When the pressure at an area is less than the surrounding region, it is called as cyclone. Air from the surrounding region comes towards the center and start moving upwards. As it rises, temperature reduces, condensation occurs, and rainfall takes place. Okay, it mainly occurs in the temperate zones. Cyclonic rainfall takes place mainly in the temperate zone. What is the temperate zone, children? Correct. Where the temperature is not too high, not too low. We have learnt about it, correct? So in the temperate zone, such type of rainfall takes place. And cyclones areas is also quite extensive. Okay, in this place, it covers a large area. Now if we talk about the tropical region, in tropical region also cyclonic rainfall takes place, but it is limited. Okay, it is limited in extent and is stormy in nature. When a cyclonic rainfall takes place in the tropical region, what happens? It is very much stormy in nature. That means a storm takes place along with it. Okay, that's all about cyclonic rainfall. Children, you all can see this picture of a cyclonic rainfall. You can see how the wind is blowing. First of all, it is going upwards. Okay, that also in a circular manner. Now children, let's talk about the three types of rainfall. Orographic rainfall occurs in most part of the world. Okay, that means it covers a major part in the world. Convectional rainfall is regional in nature. If we talk about the convectional type of rainfall, it is regional in nature. It is limited to a particular region. Now, but if we talk about convectional rain, it is certain that it is going to take place in the equatorial region. But if we talk about the orographic and the cyclonic rainfall, it is not at all certain. It will take place, then it will take place. If it will not take place, then it will not. Okay, if it will take place, so it can be prone to heavy rain, floods, droughts. Okay, such type of disasters take place just because of the orographic and cyclonic type of rainfall. Understood, children? Everyone has understood till here? Good. So children, that's all about this lesson for today. Remaining part of the lesson we'll learn in the next lecture. Till then, thank you children.